Okay, so I'm still waiting on the bed for the other room, the bed frame on the other room. So I'm gonna start on the second room. I'm actually going to roll up the carpet and keep it and cut it into like runners and area rugs because it's in really good condition, and I know it's strange, but I like the way it looks. I'm strange. So this is the second room. I don't need a lot of material for this room because I already have it left over from the first room. I tore down a panel to see what was behind it. It's normal walls. Not gonna do anything with the tile ceiling, leaving that. And this was left over by the previous owner, and that is from the room that I just did, the first room, and this was left by the owner. So yeah, should be fun. I know that the floor underneath is white. Ugh. Come on. But it is the original hardwood floor, and it's that floor. And this is a home from the early 1900s. So it is probably over 100 years old. So I'm gonna do everything I can to refinish it and make it beautiful again. And keeping all the original craftsman style baseboards. You guys ready for this? I'm ready. I'm ready. Just wanted to show everyone real quick that somebody here, this is me, where is it? This is me taking off the trim. This is the original craftsman trim. Somebody had a trim frenzy in this whole house. And as you can see, under this is just panel board that's been painted 500 times. So yeah, it's fun to take off. So this, is joint compound, and it turns into drywall when it's dry. So you just go over the holes, make a nice smooth surface. There's a lot of nails in these holes that I have to go over. But it's very easy. Just got to be meticulous about it. Make sure you get every little hole, fill it up so that, see, nail, lots of nails. Nail. And then this will dry, and then you could just paint right over it. And I'll show you what I do on the corners in 1 second here. Oop, it took me a minute to find it. Okay, so when you have a crack and the wall doesn't meet, see how there's like a legit crack where it's not meeting? I don't know if you can see that. I learned this all from YouTube within the last week, by the way. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, so I'm gonna take the tape, and this is just an example. So this isn't like, and then I want a straight edge, so I'm gonna, oh, come on, don't embarrass me. There we go. And then, so, joint compound tape, if you look close, it's got that crease in the middle. That's what it's for. It folds like that, so it fits. See? So you take your joint compound or your drywall spackle. My dog's getting in, my puppy's getting into something. I'm not a pro. I'm not a pro. And if anybody can do something wrong, it's me. But the way I look at it, this is an amazing opportunity for me to learn. I installed my very first ceiling fan by myself. I switched out my outlets by myself. I'm getting into more electrical. And pretty soon I'm going to get into car repairs. And this isn't because I want to do it myself. Things are getting expensive out there. And I've cut things financially as far as I can on the homestead at home. So the only choice I really have is to do things myself, which I was always too scared to learn. But now it's like I don't have a choice. I have to do it. So you take your tape and it fits right nice in there. You take your spackle doohickey. I have really scientific words for things. Your spackle doohickey. And then you do this on one side, then you do it on the other so that you don't have any air bubbles. That's what we don't want, is air bubbles. No air bubbles, I don't see any. Okay. And then we spackle over it or joint compound over it. And don't be shy with this joint compound, this mud, spackle, whatever you want to call it, because it's cheap. It's 22 bucks for like a 5-pound bucket. So we could drywall the whole place up to hog heaven for 22 bucks. Okay? So you put the joint compound under, you put the tape on top, you put the joint compound on top, and then you do the same thing to create a nice smooth edge going down. Going down. Boom! Now it's gonna dry, and then we sand it, and then we do all that good stuff. And then when you got like a big hole, like this little feller right here, we are gonna be very liberal with this stuff. I'm getting kind of low on my little basket of my spackle basket. Boom. Hole is gone. Look at all this. Look at all this. It's like a whole wall of spackle and I'm not even done. But yeah, I've been doing this all myself. I'm pretty proud of how the other room turned out, and this one's gonna be similar. I'm not gonna put a ceiling fan in, but I'm putting a new light fixture in. Another first for me. But I was really proud of the ceiling fan because I was so scared to do that. And I did it. Positive to positive, negative to negative, RF receiver. I read the instructions like 1,000 times. And when I went to turn on the electricity on the electrical box, I was like, please, I'm gonna cry if I have to take this thing apart and do it over again because it was so hard. And I turned it on and the darn thing worked. I was so happy and so proud of myself. And my desert house was a good little experimental house where I didn't have to be scared to do things because the house was so cheap. This house isn't cheap by any means because I live in California now, but, you know, paid for in cash. But the reason it was so cheap, you know, like now I'm starting to think it's like $90,000 under value is because of all this. It's because I have to do all the repairs myself. But you know, if $1,000 a room is going to make me $90,000 in equity, that's a good price for a little bit of labor, in my opinion. Anyway, let's get back to it. Real quick, YouTube, I am cutting out the carpet right now, but since we're on a really tight budget, and I do like the carpet, no matter how strange it is, I like the carpet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna repurpose the carpet. I'm gonna cut it up into a mat, a welcome mat for my front door, a mat for the kitchen to stand on by the sink, and also a runner to come back into this room. So this is gonna be really interesting what happens. And the floor underneath is the original. It's an off-white beige. It's painted, horribly painted. We've got all the repairs done on all of the walls. We're just waiting for the spackle to dry. And as I pull this out, I'm gonna take it into the backyard under the carport, and I'm going to cut it into different pieces. Normally, what you do is you take a blowtorch to each of the ends to keep it from fraying. But I think that this is such a low profile carpet that I'm not really gonna need to do that. And I don't expect them to last forever. They're just gonna be temporary for a couple of years. So it's looking pretty good. That's a really good way to save some money if you like the carpet that you're tearing up. I just happen to like this carpet because it goes with the old craftsman style of this house. So I'll show you the carpets eventually. This is the part that they don't usually show you on those home improvement shows, is when you're literally waiting for paint to dry while you're sitting here with some sandpaper sanding down your vintage doorknobs for restoration. Vintage circa 1910, I don't know. They're made of brass, I think. But yeah, good times. Just construction in my house, which... Would you like to see where I've been sleeping? Because it's not in my bedroom that's been finished for a long time that I can't show you yet because I have no bed. I've been sleeping on a box spring, not a mattress, a box spring that the previous owner left. And all I have on top of it is my memory foam mattress topper. And we've been camping out in the living room for 2 weeks waiting for my bed that's been on back order. I have no bed. Is it weird that I like this stuff? It is. I'm a strange bird, huh? Uh-huh. Yeah. Painted all the trim and the door, the closet door and the trim yesterday. Here we go. Also did the closet. It was yellow, now it's white. And I kept the original woodwork on this because I think it's really cool and I want at least one part of the house to be original, so. Now we wait an hour or two and put on the second coat. Are y'all ready for this? Okay, here we go. Da-da-da-da! It's done. It is the next morning, and yes, I'm in my robe. So what? So what? I happen to like my robe. What? All right, everybody, so let's go over this real quick. I'm eventually going to get a lamp for that corner. I just can't find one that I like, and I can't find any artwork that I like. But I like my puppy. You're such a good girl. Almost everything in this room was Amazon. The draperies were Walmart. Pear was for $17. The shades were Walmart, like $8. Remodeled the door, refinished the hardware, restored all the hardware. This had broken hinges and the door didn't open or close. And the door now opens and closes. Very good. And that's a closet that I'm not going to show you because it's got all of my extra paint and supplies in there and it looks really dirty. Got the chandelier on Amazon. The previous owner had two 63-watt bulbs. This one takes one bulb that is 9.5 watts, so it's a big energy saver. I'll go ahead and leave all the links in the description if I can find them. The bedding was, the comforter and sheets were Amazon. The gray Chanel throw was Amazon. I love Chanel throws in every color. They're so soft and amazing. And if I could buy all my furniture in Chanel, I would, but I can't. Anyway, this throw is actually my mother's clothes. That's her pajamas and her Wrangler jeans. I got the little runner on Amazon, pretty cheap, good stuff. And I actually got it for the dogs and I'm glad that they're using it. Over here in this corner is my old heirloom dresser. And I think it looks really great in here. The mirror really opens up the room. This room's only 8.5 by about 11.5. So it's a super small room. Kept the original door, was able to refinish and restore that hardware as well. Got all new electrical that I put in myself along with the chandelier, new inputs, chandelier. I'm sorry I don't film the chandeliers because I get so frustrated with them while I'm doing them. I actually have to walk away sometimes for like an hour or two at a time and come back. I reused all of the original trim. The original trim is kind of funny because I had an extra 20 feet, but it goes all the way around. So I'm not sure how I ended up with an extra 20 feet of trim. My puppies. And then behind that door is I guess you could call it a closet. I've never seen anything really like it, but I kept the original hardware on that. It was already painted, so I didn't want to sand it and restore it. Oh, and I put a lot of paint on this, so, oh, there we go. So inside I painted, it's all restored. And up here is the flue that goes from the gas heater. Hi, hi, all my puppies. Anyway, I hope you guys like this room. This was a fun room to do with using all of the materials that I had on hand and restoring everything from the doors to the door frames, the door hinges, the door knobs to the trim, all of the trim up there. You remember there was a big giant hole. I was able to spackle the heck out of that and get it all fixed. Didn't even need to buy new drywall. So, and I also even used some old hardware from the old windows in a different room for that centerpiece on that hardware. So really proud of this room, how it turned out. And I think it's really comfortable and great. And it also has a heated blanket because everyone should have a heated blanket to keep warm in the winter. And because this is a really old house, it's kind of drafty. So, oh my gosh, you guys are so cute. So much love, so much love. That's right, eat her face. Bite his ears. Bite his chin. Oh, you guys are so cute. Oh my gosh. All right, there you go, YouTube. I hope you enjoy it. The bed, $98. The mattress, I think it was $100. Amazon. The side table in the corner was from Walmart. It's just one of those TV dinner tables because they want like $65 for the cheapest side table. And I was like, I don't want to spend $65 just for a place to put my phone and a lamp. So I went to Walmart, $11 for that tray over in the corner. There you have it, folks. Enjoy. You
You two are the cutest thing on earth. Are you keeping your brother warm? You keeping your brother warm? You guys are so cute. You guys are so cute. Oh my gosh. That is just some serious love right there. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. You guys are so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.